welcome back to Visions. I'm Mirella Rich. If you've just joined us, we're here with Evelyn Tadros and Michelle Phillips from the Human Rights Arts and Film Festival. Welcome back to the program.
Thanks.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about the process from the beginning to the end, like how you started, what you actually went through to develop this into such a big event?
Yeah, well, I think it started with an idea, and then I kind of called up a few of my friends to come around to my house and have our first meeting. And our first meeting was basically a whole lot of butcher's paper on my kitchen table, and all of us just writing out ideas of what we wanted the festival to become. So it was really informal, it was really, really fun, and that was just before Christmas. And then
we sort of decided how exactly we divvy up all the tasks. So we created different committees, and I started off as, I think, the secretary of the organisation, and then someone dropped out as a volunteer, so I became the volunteers. Like, everything's just quite fluid and chops and changes quite a bit. So. And
then we lost a couple of our marketing people, so I also became the one of the marketing people. It's been a lot of overlapping of roles, and also kind of, I suppose, because this was the first time that any of us have ever really organised such an event. We were really kind of making it up as we went along, and oh, okay, this is what we've got to do now, right? Okay, cool. And then just finding our feet the whole year.
How did you know what to do? Like, how to get it going? Like, to get to the bigger people, to more people. To
I think Evelyn
it.
had quite a bit of contact with the New Zealand Human Rights Festival, so they gave her a bit of advice, and it was just basically sitting down and thinking, what do we have to do? What would be the best way to go about doing it?
We kind of just. The first few months I had meetings with quite a lot of different people just to get their advice, and just to find out what we had to do. We had to book, booking the venue was quite difficult because none of us knew where we should have this film festival.
Or even when.
Or even when. So we had, a lot of the meetings at first were just about the real basics, like when should we have it, what should it consist of, where should it be, how big do we want it, and it started off kind of us thinking, oh yeah, let's have it kind of a small event. We don't want it to be too big too quickly. Then all of a sudden, all of us got so ambitious and so excited about it that it just kind of grew into this massive thing. And we just decided, all right, well, we're going this big now. Let's just go all the way.
So. And then people knew people, and more people sort of got drawn into the process, and so they added their 2 cents, and it just grew. And
and you were already pretty close friends as well, so you knew each other pretty well.
we went to school together, and we lived together. So now we work together. So I'll be up in my room on the computer doing stuff. She'll be downstairs doing stuff, and then she'll ring me, and I'm like, I'm just at home. You can come and talk to me.
No time to waste.
And then our house is sort of official HRAFF headquarters. So poor Evelyn, she's got T-shirts, boxes of them in her room, and
I can't actually get to my bed at night. I have to climb over boxes, and
we've got programs all down the hallway, which sort of annoys our other housemates a bit, but they're pretty good.
Are the other housemates involved as well?
No,
they just moved in a few months ago, so in the middle of the process.
Oh, beautiful. And what are your hopes? Do you feel like you've achieved everything you've set out to achieve?
I think so. Just looking at the organisation itself, one of our aims was to kind of raise awareness of human rights amongst the general community. When you just look at our organisation itself, we've got people from all different religious backgrounds, all different political backgrounds, from all different types of disciplines. So even just in that little organisation, there's a microcosm of what we want to achieve. And then with the festival itself, it's only going to grow and be more successful. So I think, there's still a lot of things that we'd like to do, and a lot of goals and visions that we have for the future, but for where we are at this stage, I think we've definitely been really happy with how much we've managed to achieve in just such a short period of time.
Isn't that amazing? And what about along the way? Have there been obstacles that you've had to overcome and just keep on going? We're still going to do it, no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically the fact that we hadn't done it before was the biggest one, but sometimes we had trouble making people accountable because everyone's volunteers, and obviously they've all got their own stuff going on. They will often commit to something and then find they're just not able to do it, and so we would find along the way that we would think something's being done, and then suddenly we'd find out no, it hasn't, so we'd have to sort of pick it up and do it. And Evelyn, I know, found that a lot because she started it. Everything sort of stops with her as well. So that's been a bit of a problem.
Yeah, and I think also starting first off, actually getting sponsors and getting money for the first time was really difficult. I mean, we first decided that the only way we could get money just to even start doing your really basic things like making phone calls and, you know, getting some advertising space to advertise that we're going to have film submissions was by selling chocolates and also by having a fundraiser. So, you know, just that initial starting bit of managing to get a little bit of money to start working on things was really hard. And also, you know, making sure that people believed in what we did. You know, we went to quite a lot of meetings at the start with potential sponsors, and a lot of them were kind of like, oh yeah, but this has never been done before. No, you guys are kind of nobodies. Why would we want to fund you? And I suppose, you know, just making them believe that this is going to be a successful event and this is going to be really great. And we definitely got some sponsors who could see that and were really keen to jump on board.
And what did you do to convince them that it would be something successful and it would be something good, worth their while?
I think they could see the enthusiasm and in us. You know, we would come and we would have all these great, wonderful, big ideas. And I know Julian Burnside, I've worked with him on different events that I've organised before, so he knew of me and knew that, you know, if I put my mind to something, then it will generally get done. So I think he had faith in that. And also Open Channel, they didn't know us before at all, but they just, you know, I suppose jumped in the deep end and were really happy with what we, you know, our ideas, and wanted to jump on board. And they've both been fantastic organisations to, you know, help us.
Yeah, but we just sort of bit off so much. We had no choice but to make it work.
Yeah,
and so possibly they just saw that desperation that this was going to happen.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And what's his name, the one that's
Van Nguyen?
Van Nguyen, yeah. And what was a bit of that film, what was it trying to achieve at the end? Do you remember?
A Just Punishment. I think one of the really important messages of that film was the value of each human life and how important it is to value every life, and really just trying to humanise the issue of capital punishment. You know, when another country says we're going to just execute those people who have, you know, committed some type of crimes, no matter what the crime, you know, it's a state basically legitimising murder, which, you know, isn't our place to decide those types of things.
It just isn't a nuanced situation. Like, it's either wrong or it's right. It's not okay for some people and not for others.
Yeah, so I think just trying to humanise the issue and really make sure that people understand
and respect human rights, human life.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, you've been watching Visions. I'm Mirella Rich, and I hope you enjoyed the program.